Why is this camera, the Sony A6000, a camera that's nearly 4 years old, still an awesome camera to get? We're going to tell you why right now. What's up, photo freaks? I'm Matt Taconti. Welcome to episode 18. We're coming to you from the location where they shot the original Bad News Bears, the one with Walter Matthau. That's where him and his team would practice, right behind me in that baseball diamond. A great old movie, great for kids. And on the theme of great old things, we got this Sony A6000. This camera is about almost 4 years old. And it still is a great camera, especially now that Christmas time is coming or whatever holiday you are celebrating. This makes a great gift and very, very affordable. I'll go ahead and compare this today. Some of you might think I'm crazy, some of you photographers out there, for comparing it to the Canon 80D. Okay, so here we have our chart with this Sony A6000 and the Canon 80D. But before we begin, I want to point out that this recommendation is for people who are just starting to get into photography. So if you're going into high school, taking your first photography class, or you're taking some lessons, or maybe you're buying a camera for somebody for a gift, or even just going on vacation and you need something simple but not professional. This is for you. So professionals, this isn't going to be for you. Also, I'm going to not get into the advanced options or advanced attributes. These are the attributes are for the people that I am referring to, that this video is relevant to. So let's get started. So megapixels. Every number represents 1 million squares of color. So with the Sony A6000, you have 24.3 megapixels. That's 24.3 million squares of color that your camera will capture. The Canon is 24.2. ISO, that is 100 to 25,600. And with the Canon, it's 100 to 16,000. That is expandable up to 25,600. So ISO, the reason why you need a high ISO number is it gives you the ability to shoot in low light. For more on ISO, check out one of my ISO tutorials. There's one on ISO, and then there's one on the exposure triangle. Both will cover that and the importance of ISO. And then you have frames per second. So if you're shooting anything that's moving quickly, like cars or children running or a rodeo or sports, you want a high number for that. So the more frames per second, the more capable your camera is. Sony is 11 frames per second and Canon is 7 frames per second. Then you have video resolution. The video resolution, Canon with the advanced options will be better. But for basic videoing, they're both at 1080 at 60 frames per second. So they're both equal, but just for the fact that Sony, that camera, the Sony A6000 is about 4 years older, I got to give them the credit for that. That's a great job. The battery life, both are 310 shots per battery. And then you go to the price point. It's a no-brainer. The Sony A6000 is $649. That comes with a 16 to 50 lens. The Canon 80D is $1499. I believe that comes with a, I think it's a 24 to 135 or something like that. But it comes with a much larger lens, a broader lens. However, if you were to get the Sony A6000 bundle, you can get an additional lens, which is a 55 to 210. So you'll have the 16 to 50 and then the 55 to 210. That's usually $799, which is still almost half the cost that you're paying for the Canon 80D. A lot of people want to get Canon just because of the name or because they think it's newer. Not a good reason. Save yourself some money. With the Sony, you can take that money, you can get a full frame lens and put it on the A6000. It's just a much better buy. It also has NFC, near field communication. What that means is it has the ability to airdrop pictures to cell phones and tablets. And a lot of people out there think that that's what Wi-Fi is. That is not Wi-Fi. NFC is something different altogether. So you get the full package with this A6000, even though it is 4 years older. And if the fact that being older is a turnoff for you, regardless of the fact that it has all those great attributes that the Canon doesn't have, you can get the A6300 or the A6500. Those are both newer models than the A6000 and cheaper than the Canon 80D. So that's my recommendation for you, and those are the attributes that we are going over today. As far as the Canon 80D, when I was referencing the video, I'll have a separate video made for that. But I think you will find that these are the attributes that are going to be most important to you when making your decision on making a purchase. Check it out. Go by your local camera shop. Send me a message. You can either you can find me on Instagram at DeConti Photo. You can go to my website, decontiPhoto.com. You can leave a message down below, a comment. Hit the like button, subscribe, and check out some of my other videos, especially now that the holidays are coming up. You might want to find out some other camera tips. All right, so I think that's it for today. I hope you liked the video, and we'll check you out on the next Photo Freaks episode. We're out. Peace.